Hello YouTube. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Today's in the pocket. Kind of a blue day, I guess, today. This is the Brother Knives 1509. It's a lockback. Pretty good little knife. Reasonably inexpensive. I think it was only like 35 bucks, something like that. VG10 steel, which is pretty good for a good steel for a traditional knife. Clip point blade. I forget the length of this. I think it's about 2.5 inches, maybe a little over. Blue G10. Fit and finish on this thing is really nice. Action's really smooth on it too. No major gaps, little minor stuff here and there. It's a budget knife, but overall pretty good. Blade's well centered. I like this because I'm able to open and close it one-handed if I need to. That's a nice little knife. Inexpensive. Came in under $40, and BG10 steel. Good fit and finish. You can't feel any transactions. No pins or anything like that. It's really for an inexpensive knife. It's really very well done. Main carry of the day is my Spyderco Manix 2. This one's heavily modded. Not only did I put blue denim TerraTough scales on them, but it's also got titanium ball cage, and I sent this off to Gerald from Outpost 76 YouTube channel, and he did a skinny mod on it for me, so you can see it. He ground it down nice and even there. So it just changed it. This was a good knife to start with, but the mods just made it even better. I love the feel of this TerraTough. I've really gotten to where I like the TerraTough better than the Micarta. It just has a real nice warm feel in the hand, soft. The Manix 2 is my favorite Spyderco by far. I own 4 of them, if that says anything. I don't usually buy more than one of the same knife, but I own 4 of the Manix. So this one is the only one that I got that I modded up like this. The rest are all stock versions. They're either sprints or exclusives or whatever. This actually was a Knife Center exclusive. This came with the black smooth G10, and it's got I don't know if it'll focus or not. There you go, crew wear blade. But yeah, I just love the Manix 2. Well, that's what I got in the pocket today. Now for my fixed blade of the day, which I'm not actually carrying, but I'm just breaking one out to show you one of my fixed blade collection here, is the Spartan Blades Damascus. This is a collaboration between Spartan Blades and Ka-Bar. It's made here in the U.S. Has a plastic injection molded sheath, which usually I'm not a big fan of, but this one's done very, very well. Well, let me put it back in there and I'll show you. First of all, it fits perfect. No rattle. And you're not going to pull this knife out of there. This would be a good one for law enforcement or for military. If you're grappling with somebody, they're not going to pull this knife out on you. The only way to release it is to push this little button right there, which boop, releases it. The way that works is inside this little button here. I don't think it'll show up on the camera because it's too dark, but there's a little button that's activates, a little nub that goes in and connects right into the jimping. So once that's locked, this thing is not coming out of there unless you release it. Kids running their mini bikes up and down the street, and of course that's not legal to ride mini bikes up the street, but well, they don't care. They apparently don't care. Anyways, the knife itself, very, very good knife too. I like when this first released. when they first released this. They were going for $195 to $200, and me, I felt that this, it's a nice knife, but I don't think it was worth $200. Some places are still selling it for that, but if you look around, you can find this knife now for around $130. I've seen it as low as $127 on, I think it was Amazon. Might have been eBay, but I think it was Amazon. But anyway, you can pick this up for around $130 now. At that price, I feel it's definitely worth it, without a doubt. It's more in price more in line with a regular K-bar. Um, it's made out of the 1095 Crowvan that K-bar is known for. Spartan Blades. It was designed by Chris Iovito, I think. I don't know. Anyways, Spartan Blades and K-bar collaboration. 5.5-inch blade, 5-inch handle, which puts it at about 10.5 inches overall. Got a 4.75-inch cutting edge. Lose a little cutting edge for that choil, but that choil, man, this thing is so comfortable in the hand. I wasn't sure if I'd like it. It's got a pretty thin, flat slab handle. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. But as it turns out, yeah, I like it. It's very comfortable. Balance point is right here in between the end of the handle and the first nut there. It's right there. And this thing, it just feels so good in the hand. The micarta handles with this frag pattern in it, very grippy. This thing is you're not gonna lose this out of your hand, and the micarta gets even grippier, I think, when it's wet, so this is not a problem. The jimping doesn't look like it would be all that effective, but it actually is. Usually this, big rounded, wide spaced jimping doesn't do much, but this actually works. It locks your hand in pretty good. And that forward choil, man, this thing is just really very comfortable. This works pretty decent in the woods for bushcraft. I haven't gone out in the woods with it yet, but I've fiddled around in the backyard with just whittling on a stick and what have you, making some notches and some feather sticks. Did just fine with that. I don't foresee any problem with batoning with this. It's full tang, 1095 Crowvan. I've batoned with my BK7 I don't know how many times, and it's still in one piece, so I don't think this would be any different. You can remove the handles, 2 bolts on there if you wanted to get beneath there to clean up if you're cleaned an animal and got some blood and goo up under there or something. But yeah, it's got the powder coat is, I don't mind this coating. It's smooth. It's not like that rough coat like the BK7 and BK9 come with. This coating doesn't bother me. I don't know how it's going to hold up over time. Most coatings wear off no matter how good they are, but at least this one is smooth. That rough texture powder coat that K-bar likes to use on a lot of their knives, I don't like that. Little bits of wood get stuck in it. It wears off easy. I don't know, it's just not very good. But this I like this. I don't know if it's exactly what kind of powder coat this is, but it's much better than the usual. Spine is, you're not going to scrape a ferro rod with that spine, I can tell you that. The corners aren't really super tough, or super sharp rather, and this coating on top of that. But I guess you could take a file and sharpen it up and remove that coating there in that spot, and then you could probably do it. But it's obviously a saber grind, flat saber grind, drop point. I really think this would make an excellent knife for a soldier. It's just, it's not too big where it's bulking in the way. It's not overly super heavy. It's, I think 14.5 ounces if I remember right. But all in all, just an excellent, excellent knife. Whether you're, just general utility field knife or soldier knife, and you can even do some bushcrafting with this. I mean, as long as you got a sharp edge, I guess any knife can bushcraft, but it's just to me, a really good knife, and if you can get it for around 130, I definitely recommend it. I think it's worth every penny of that. $200, it's a good knife, but for $10.95, I don't know. I want to pay $200 for a $10.95 steel knife, no matter how good it is. But that's up to you. Everybody's a little different. Everybody has different priorities and different budgets, what have you. But overall, very good knife. I highly recommend it at the $130 range. Don't really have much else to say about it, I guess. I hope everybody has a great day today. Stay safe, and let's not forget our veterans. 22 a day. 22 of our veterans each and every day, on average, commit suicide. I just think it's pretty sad that we have soldiers that survive 2, 3 tours overseas in the battle zone, manage to avoid the hazards of battle and survive, and to come home only to do what the enemy could not do, take their life. To me, that just breaks my heart. So veterans, if you're out there, if you're struggling, please get help. We love you. We love you so much.